was really worried about Keegan yesterday because, it's really hard for kids in these situations, and then adding on, the lack of speech and stuff, and the big changes of coming here. And there was a moment yesterday that, certain moments over the last couple of days, will stick with me for the rest of my life, like little snap images in my head. And the baby come, and we brought him here before my mum got back from the hospital, and he was sitting with me, and my mum come in, and he just looked at my mum, because obviously he's seen her last year, but it looks very different now, and he was just looking at her, looking around at her, and I was like, okay, what's the next move? How's he gonna react? And he walked over to my mum, and he got her hand, dead gentle, got her hand and helped her sit down. And I was just knowing that the emotions was just. And then he stood up after he sat her down and just stared again. And he walked up, because my mum, where the cancer is having a lot of pains in her neck and her arms and that now. And he walked over and he just stroked her arm, and then he sat next to her, and he allowed the cuddle. And there's some pictures I've posted on my Instagram where my mum's got his arm around, my mum's got her arm around him, and he's tolerating it. And I've always said about the sixth sense with autism, it's almost the know things, and they can just read it. It's the way they feel's very different. It's dead special, and it's he knew to be gentle. He understood that I needed that, even though that ain't something Keegan normally tolerates. He don't like being held or hugged, but in that moment it was just the world stopped, and he allowed it to stop for her. And that image of him just standing looking, it will just be forever here. And I'm just so glad that's how it went, because that he got that moment, you know what I mean, and he's having these moments. And I know that sounds really silly, and people might be like, what is he even on about? But there's something really special in being able to have that in my head, not for pictures, not for TikTok, here to take, and for my mum. And it was really special. It really was.